Hi, all of you. Is my sound audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is my sound audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's continue our Ansible topic. So if you remember, yesterday we set up all the things in the Ansible. Okay. And we started to run some commands. Okay. Anybody tried to set up Ansible, or you are still to set up? Anybody started? No? We started, but not good. Okay, no issue. So first we are becoming the Ansible user, and this is the master node, as I said you before also. Similarly, this is the node one. Here also I am switching quickly to the Ansible user. Okay. And this is the third machine. Here I am also switching. Here you are seeing the file one was created. Here also file one was created. Okay. And similarly, this is our master node. Here nothing is there. Okay. Now, if you remember, I talked about the command yesterday. Like I said, that you have to always tell Ansible and whichever machine you want to do the work. Okay. Like we created some group like demo node group, DevOps group, test group. So if I want to work on the demo node group, I will simply say demo node. Okay. In the demo node, how many machines are currently there? So you can simply see it using the command Ansible demo node -hyphen list -host. You'll press enter, it will print the IP address. And this two IP address is exact equal to the node 1 IP address and node 2 IP address. Now, you are seeing that in the node 2, there is a file present, okay, file 1. And similarly, in the node 1 also, file is present, file 1, okay. So to remove this file from this both machine, do you remember the command to remove the file? What we use? Anybody want to type in chat? To remove file, what are the usual command we use in the Linux? RM command and then the file name. So simply you have to say Ansible. I want to go to the demo node, and inside demo node there is a file, okay, called file1. So I have to remove it. So simply you have to give the double quote and give the remove file. Okay. But by this way, it will not able to understand. You have to say to the Ansible demo node also that I'm keeping an argument. Argument is just like command, okay, and that command I written in the double quote. So now, once you run this, so what it will do, it will go in this node 1 and node 2 machine, okay, one by one, and they will delete the file 1. And if you remember, there was a command called -fb. Okay, -fb we are doing because they always ask for the dialog, right? So if I don't want to ask for the dialog, I will add F option. And if I want to see whether file is removed or not, I am giving the option for verbose. Okay, this thing is clear to you, right? -vf you are always using. Anybody have any question in this? We used many times these commands, right? So simply I'm going to hit enter and see what will happen. So they're clearly saying that I went inside this machine 35149 and I removed the file 1. I went to the 38226 and I removed the file 1. Now if I'll do ls here, see file 1 is deleted. Similarly from node 1 also file 1 is deleted. So like this way you can perform all the work and it is going to do manually in both the machine. You don't have to log into that machine and you. Okay, so this is the benefit of the Ansible. So in between this double quote, you can run any Linux command, whatever you know. ls command, touch file 1 to create a file. Similarly, to install the software, that also you can. So if you remember, if I want to check whether HTTPD software is installed or not, so simply you have to hit the command which HTTP. So see, they are saying currently no HTTPD software is present. Similarly, let's check in the node 2 also. Which HTTPD is there? HTTPD software is not present. Now, somebody is saying, can you install quickly HTTPD software in both the machine? So what we'll do, we'll use our Ansible, okay? And we'll say Ansible, what you have to do is, you have to go to the demo node. Demo node, whenever I'm saying demo node, just treat like we are saying it node 1 also and node 2 also. Okay. If I say demo node 0, then it will go only to the node 1. Okay. If I'll say demo node 1, then it will go only to the node 2. That also I mentioned. Okay. Like if I'll say Ansible demo node -- list host, so you'll see that only one IP is printing. That is this one, node 2. Similarly, if I say demo node --0, only 0 here. So it will print only the node 1 IP. Like this way also you can do. But I want to install currently in both the machine. So I will simply writing Ansible demo node -a. And to install the software, do you remember the command? If I want to install HTTPD, what is the entire command? Anybody want to type in chat? To install HTTPD software. Systemctl. No, that's wrong command, right? Systemctl. We not use systemctl, right, to install the software. I think you are mistaking something. Others? To install HTTPD software, what was the command? Day before yesterday, also we talked about that. In the AWS classes also we talked many times. In Linux also we talked many times. Is it just, yeah, it is just yum install HTTPD, that is correct. Okay, yum install HTTPD, that is correct. But do you remember, like we are using something different. Like if I'll say directly in this node 1, okay, node 2, if I will hit this command yum install HTTPD, do you think that it is going to install HTTPD software? See, they are saying you need to be the root to perform this command. If you remember, we done something before this. We are adding something extra. Then only it was able to install the software. Because this command can only be run by the, yeah, now you are saying correct. It is sudo yum install HTTPD. Because yum install HTTPD can only run by the root user. But we are going to run as an Ansible user. So we have to always use the sudo. So yeah, now you got the answer. So you have to simply write here sudo yum install HTTPD. But again, one thing you have to remember, every time you are writing like this, yum install HTTPD, okay, or sudo yum install HTTPD like this, sudo yum install HTTPD. Is this going to install HTTPD? No. If I'll press enter, it is always going to ask, do you want to install or not? I have to press manually Y, right? But Ansible is not a human being that he can press the Y whenever they will ask it, right? So I want that they should not ask about this Y or something. Okay, like you have to press Y. So simply what I will say, you have to run the command sudo yum install HTTP and -y option. Let's give it here on. Okay, so they will directly install the software and they will not ask that you have to press Y or something, and Ansible will be able to do our work. Simply close this double quote, press enter. Now you'll be seeing in both the machine, they are going there, they will install the HTTPD software and they will notify you. And see, they are saying complete HTTPD software is installed. Now, if you quickly verify it here, so again, which HTTPD? So it is clearly saying that they have the SBIN HTTPD they are located. Similarly, if we'll talk about the node 1, here also which HTTPD? Previously, it was saying no HTTPD. Now it is saying that HTTPD software is installed. Okay. Now, if you remember, there was a command called systemctl status HTTPD. Okay. With what this command was doing was making sure that whether your HTTPD software is started or it is in a stopped state. So see, currently it is in inactive state. Similarly, if I'll check in the node 1 also, systemctl, can you show me the status of HTTPD? So here also inactive. Now, do you remember the command to start the HTTPD service? Anybody? Meanwhile, I am typing all other commands. You have to tell me the to start the HTTPD service. What was the command we are using? Okay, somebody typed systems enable HTTPD. We are asking about the start, right? Not enable currently. Systemctl started. Yeah, that's so we have to use systemctl start HTTPD again, but you have to run this command with the sudo power. Just type sudo systemctl HTTPD. Okay, and press enter, and it is going to start the service. How you can verify? Quickly check here systemctl status HTTPD. See, it is active. Similarly, check in this node one also. So it is active. Now it is disabled mode. So what we have to do it? We have to enable it. So to enable it, again, we have to hit this command, and in place of a start, we will do enable. I'll press enter. That's all. It is going there and it enabled. You can verify again quickly. Again, those system status HTTPD, you can see it becomes enabled. Similarly, in the node one. So basically, we are running the command one time from the master, and it is able to do in both the machine. Okay, parallel. Now, again, if you'll come to the master node, and let's clear all this. We are currently in the master. Now, somebody is saying you have to remove the HTTPD software now, or basically uninstall the software HTTPD. So do you remember the command to remove HTTPD software in a video? I want to remove HTTPD software. So these things will be always common. Ansible demo node -a. Whatever the command I want to run, that I have to keep it in between double quote. That's all. So to remove HTTPD software, like I have to simply uninstall that. No. See, to install the software, you use the yum install HTTPD. Okay. So simply to remove the software, what you will be using. This is simple itself, right? What do you remember? Can you keep it in chat? Anybody? Because I'm not able to hear any sound or something. Simply to remove the software, right? I'm telling you the command sudo apt remove. You are going in the Ubuntu side, right? Debian-based operating system use the apt. We are in the Amazon Linux. Here we always going to use yum software only to install, uninstall, remove. Apt we always use for the Debian, not for the CentOS 7 or the Amazon Linux like that. Okay. Okay, let me write it. So see, exact same thing. Why you are getting confused? It is simply yum install HTTPD, just opposite of that. Yum remove HTTPD. That's all. It will uninstall the software. Simply say yum remove HTTPD -y. Okay, and you know that you have to always write the command with sudo whenever you are using the yum. But if you don't want to write sudo every time, okay, so what you have to do is simply write here option B. B is for become. That means you are already saying to the Ansible that whenever you will be logging inside this, you have to use the become somebody, right? And what Ansible will become? Ansible will become the sudo. Okay, like we'll have the sudo power. So either you write the sudo here, sudo yum remove httpdy, or if you want to just write yum remove httpd, or you want to just write yum install httpd, and you don't want to write sudo. So in place of sudo, you have to just write -b also. So option will be -ba, B for become. Just press enter. It is going in both the machine, and it will uninstall the HTTPD software. And see, it is removed. Now, if I'll quickly check systemctl status HTTP, nothing is there. HTTP service could not be found. Similarly, from here, HTTP service could not be found. So you don't have to remember the command. Yum install HTTPD will install the software. Yum remove HTTPD will remove the software. Okay. And if you don't want to write sudo, okay, you can always use -b option. Is this part clear? That in place of sudo, we are going to use b, everybody? Or any confusion is there? So let's continue now. So this was the thing. To remove HTTPD, we use yum remove HTTPD. Why we are not using sudo? Because we are using the b option here. If you are using sudo, then no need to write the b option here. Now we are going to talk about the Ansible modules. So this is whatever the things till now I taught you. This is basically a Linux command where you are writing the Linux command to do all the things. In this way, if you don't remember the command, you cannot do it. Like if you don't know how to remove HTTPD software, then you cannot use this step of the command, right? Because the final thing is always whatever the command you know. If I know that there is a command called pwd, there is a command called date, then only I can use this step of thing. That means your Linux knowledge is totally dependent. Okay, and even you can think like this: if you are automating some process, okay, and you don't know how to do it manually, then how you can automate the entire process? Okay, so these things you can keep in mind. Like if you are teaching somebody, so you should know what you are actually have to teach. Okay, how the actual things are working in, then only you can teach somebody. Okay, so exact same thing here. If we know Linux, then only we can apply it with in Ansible, so it can automate the process. Now, Ansible say that okay, even if you don't know some Linux command, I can help you. How? So we have something called Ansible modules. Okay. By modules, you don't have to remember the command. You have to tell me what you want to do. Okay. And just mention that thing and I will able to do it. Okay. How this is going to work, Ansible modules. So simply you have to come here. Okay. And you have to say that I want to search for Ansible module documentation. Okay. Just search for Ansible module documentation. We are going to take the help of this Ansible official documentation. Click on here, all modules. And see, these are many modules available. Okay, these many modules are available in the Ansible. Now, if you want to do, currently our HTTPD software is removed from both the machine. You can quickly verify which HTTPD software is not present. Similarly, from this machine also, if I quickly do, software is not present. Okay. Now, if somebody wants to install HTTPD, okay. So anybody remember in our Linux class in starting, I talked about that in Windows, we say it as a software. In Linux, we say it as a, anybody remember that? Like folder, we say it as a directory in the Linux, right? So software, we tell it as a, anybody?
Package.
We have a term, right? Folder, directory, administrator, root. So similarly, we talked about software. Yeah, software is package. So you have to search, like you have to install the software. That is your final goal. I don't know what is the command, right? So I will simply search here, Control F, in this, okay, and just do package. Just press come enter and come to this part. So I'm going to the P module. So see, this is the package, generic OS package manager. If I click on this package option, okay, and in this package, they are saying that with the help of this package, you can install any software in the world. Okay. It doesn't matter whether you are using the CentOS, it doesn't matter you are using Ubuntu, it doesn't matter you are using Amazon Linux, because we know that in CentOS, we have to use yum command. In Ubuntu, I have to use the apt command. Similarly, there are some more type of Linux where we use the apk command, right? So it's different for the different Linux. Now, for a normal person, like for a normal human being, it is really difficult to remember all the commands. Like for CentOS 7, which command I have to run? For Red Hat, which command we have to run? So in this case, package helps us. Package say if you want to install some software, okay, what you have to do is you have to just tell to the master that Ansible, okay, Ansible, I want to work on the demo node. Okay, Ansible, I want to work on the demo node. Now, I want that you should use the sudo power or something. So let me mention it. If I want that they should use the sudo power, so I am giving the option -p. This I always told you. You have to give the option -p. Now I am saying that I am going to use a Ansible module. So module name always be with the option -m. Okay, -m is for module, -b we are using the sudo power. Because you know, when you are installing the software, you will require the sudo power. So I'm saying -m. Then I'm saying in the module, I want to use which module? So I already found it from the internet. Like in software, we say it as a package. So we found that there is a module called package available. And we are clearly saying that we have a module called package. So simply right here, module name is package. Now in this module, I have to write some argument, right? The command. So you are going to use again -e option. And you have to simply say that name of my software is HTTPD. Okay, name of my software is HTTPD. You can something write like this. Okay. And state is again that what do you want? That whether you want to install the software, whether you want that your software should be updated. Okay, so something like this. So if you'll again come here, so they are saying here, if you will try to note, this module actually calls the package module for each system. If your operating system uses apt, so they will use the apt command. If your operating system is using yum to install, they will call the yum. And they are saying you have to simply say name. Okay, name is the requirement thing. Like if you want to install the software called HTTPD, you have to give name is equal to HTTPD. And they are saying if you want to install the software, so you have to always say state is equal to present. If you want to remove the software, you have to do state is equal to absent. That's all. And if you want to update the software basically to the latest version, you can use state is equal to latest. These three options they provided. So now, if you'll see here, if I'll make it a little bit bigger, Ansible demo node -b for sudo power, -m for module name. Module name is package, -a for argument. Name is equal to HTTPD. And I am saying state should be present because I want that my software should be installed. And I will press enter. I don't know that we have to use yum command. We have to write yum install HTTPD -y. These all things I don't know. I just know that in Linux, we say software as a package. And I want a package to be installed. Package name is HTTPD. Okay. And software, I want that it should be present in my machine. That's all. This is my final goal. I'll press enter. Now see what will happen. See, they are saying I installed the HTTPD. They are saying I installed the HTTPD. If you'll go in this node 1, here you will say that which HTTPD. See, software is again installed. If I'll say which HTTPD, software is installed. And again, whenever you are using the module, it is so interesting that again, if you run the exact same command, okay, I know that HTTPD software is already installed in our machine, right? But if somebody is again hitting this command, now see what will happen this time. They are clearly saying that your HTTPD software is already installed. Your HTTPD software is already installed. That means they are not installing the software again. Like sometimes what happens, Google Chrome is already installed, right? And you try to install it again. Your Windows laptop say it, your software is already installed. Do you want to update it or how? If you want to reinstall it, you have to remove your previous software and then again you have to install it. Same thing here also, Ansible get to know quickly that this software is already installed, and that's why they are showing it in the green color. Okay. If your software is not present, okay, and then they are installing it, then it will be always visible in the yellow color. That means they are doing some changes. Okay. But if there is no changes Ansible done, then it will be always in green color. And if some error will come, then it will be in the red color. These three things you have to keep in mind. Now, one more interesting thing about Ansible is, take an example, there is some person who manually went to the node 1 and he removed the software using the command sudo yum remove HTTP -. That's all. he removed the software, but in only one machine, that is node 1. Okay. Now, again, if somebody will run this command with the help of the Ansible, okay, let me clear this first, and I will again type it. Ansible will quickly know that in node 1, HTTP software is not present. So I will install it. In node 2, software is already present, so I don't have to install it. Let's see, I'll press enter. See, they are saying in one machine already it is present, and other machine it was not present. That's why we installed it. And that's why it is coming in yellow color. Again, you run the same command. This time again, they will say that software is already present. So we are not doing anything. Now, if you want to remove this software, okay, so simply what you have to do, you don't have to remember anything. Ansible, demo node, -b for sudo power, m for module, module name is package. Here, I will simply say in place of present, I want to remove the software, right? So what is the opposite of present? You have to simply say, anybody, state is equal to present to install. So to remove, what will be the opposite of a state? Anybody? State is equal to present, we are giving it to install the software. If I want to remove the software, what you will write? State is equal to
Absent.
Removed.
Are you getting confused? Absent. Not removed. It will be absent, right? See, there is 3 options basically you can fill it here in the state section. They are clearly showing in the document that either it can be present, either it can be absent, or either it can be the latest. Latest is for the update, remove is for the absent, and install if you want to do, you have to do the present. So I want to remove, so I will simply come here and I will say state is equal to absent. That's all. Now they are going there and they will remove the software. And this time it will show in the yellow color because currently software was present, but they uninstalled it. But again, you run the exact same command one more time as software is already uninstalled. So this time they will say that software is already not present, so we don't have to do anything. You see, they are saying HTTP is the not installed. So they're clearly showing that HTTP is not installed, so I don't have to remove anything. That's why I'm showing it in the green color. And you can verify also here which HTTP software is not present. So like this way, it will be keep going. Not only this, you can find multiple modules. Just you have to understand how these modules are working. If you don't want to use the package module, then you can search for the yum module also. There is a yum module. Yum module also help you to install the software. It's totally on you which module you want to use. Like this is a yum module. Okay. So simply click on this, manage packages. And here also they are saying you have to do the exact same thing. They given so many options here. And they say that you have to write module name as yum, software name HTTP, and if you want to install the latest version, simply say state is equal to latest. If I want to state is equal to present, then they will install it. State is equal to absent, they will remove. So if let me do it like this. Previously, we are using the package module. Now we are using the yum module. So what is the difference between package and yum? Nothing difference. If you use this package module, okay, so it can run on the Ubuntu machine also. Because this package module is so intelligent that they will automatically, whether I have to hit the command yum install HTTP or whether I have to hit the command apt install HTTP or something like this. But whenever you are writing the command yum here in place of package module, you are using the yum module, everything will be same. But this yum module will only going to use yum install HTTP or yum remove HTTP. And if you are running the exact same command in the Ubuntu machine or some different type of the Linux, then it is going to fail. Okay, so this things you can keep it. So if I want to say state is equal to present or latest, okay, both can work.
Thank you. You too.
Press enter, and you'll see that again they are going to install the software. So you can use yum also, you can use package also. Okay, and see they again installed it. Again, if I run this command again, so they will see show it in the green color. That software is already installed. Okay, so we don't have to do it. So like this way, you can keep
on the salad and then the
This is installed.
of pork.
The software is installed. Now, do you remember the command? Like we are using systemctl start service everything, right?
So why
Like
do
systemctl start HTTPD, systemctl stop HTTPD. So currently, if you'll see in both the machine, software is installed, okay, which HTTPD. Here also we install the software with the help of the module called yum, okay. But if I'll check, is the software is running currently? Systemctl status HTTPD, it will say
also
inactive. Okay, it is inactive. Here also it is inactive. One way to start this is I will hit the command systemctl start HTTPD and then it will be running. Other thing is I will use the module. And we know that HTTPD is a service. Okay, you have to find the module called service here. So just go in the S section and find for service. See, this is the service module. So simply click on this. And they are saying that if you want to start some service, you can take the help of this example. And if you want that your service should be started, okay, so you can use like this way.
you guys
Ansible, let me do it in the smallest way. So see, you have to always take the help of this documentation, okay? And there is nothing bad in taking the help of the documentation, because this documentation are provided to you just to take the help. Because always come here, take the help from this documentation and do your work. Even in the exams, whichever the exams Ansible takes, basically the global certification conducted by the Red Hat. Okay, so they give you. Is it someone's mic is? Stephen, can you mute your mic? Let me mute it. Is it clear now, Nikhil? Is it okay? Okay. Now, there is nothing bad, okay, in taking the help of this documentation. Even the Red Hat exams they took for the Ansible, they give you the access to this documentation. Okay, because as a human being, you cannot remember the 1000 modules. Okay, because there are thousands of modules for uh, every different work. Okay, so we can always come here. We can take the help of this documentation. Just you should know how to use this documentation. That's why I am opening this documentation and I am showing you. I can directly write the command also. Okay, but in that way you'll be not learn that much. That's why I always prefer to show you this documentation, how to find the answer and how to write it. So I'll simply say Ansible, I want to work on the demo node. Okay, and I know that you require the sudo power, so I'm giving you the -p. My module name will be the service. Okay, my module name is service. This is the service module. Service, we searched for the service module. Service, what this service do? Service will manage the service. My module name is service. In this, I want to give you some argument, and I have a software named HTTPD. Okay, currently it is in the inactive state. What is my final goal? I want to make this software started. So see, they are giving you that you can do 4 things. One thing you can do is stop, you can do start, you can do restart, you can do reload. So what we do simply systemctl status, systemctl start HTTPD. So I want that state should be started. So simply I will come here and I will write my service name is HTTPD and I want that you should start this service. State is equal to start. That's all. And I will press enter. Now what this Ansible will do? They will hit the command systemctl start HTTPD. We don't have to remember the command. I took the help from the documentation that I have to start a service name HTTPD. And it is going to get this font size. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, again it will be much bigger, so you'll be not able to see the previous page, basically background page. Okay, let me make it bigger. Okay, so Ansible demo node -p -m service -a name is equal to HTTP is equal to started. I'll press enter. They are going to start the service. How you can verify that service is started? Simply come, open the node 1, clear all these things, and simply hit the command systemctl status HTTP. It is working perfectly, like active is equal to running. That means our work is complete. So it is running. That means this software done the correct work. Simply I will say I want to stop this service. So I don't have to manually write the command or something. I'll simply say clear systemctl, state is equal to started, currently it is there. If I want to stop it, simply I will say state is equal to stop. That's all. I'll press enter. Now you'll see they will go there and they will stop the service. Again, the service is stopped. How you can verify? Simply again run the command systemctl state. Okay, this is inactive. Again, this software is stopped. So like this way, you can keep doing. Start the service, stop the service, and everything we are doing with the help of the module. Okay, so module helps us in such a great way. Now again, if we'll come to this documentation. So I given you how to use the yum module, how to use the package module. Package module I did not written in this documentation, but I showed you how to use that in place of yum. Only you have to replace yum with the package. Okay, that's all. And start the HTTPD service. This also I showed you. You have to use the service module. State is equal to started. To remove HTTPD package, that also I shown you. You have to use state is equal to upset. Now, if you remember, we have to create a new user in the Linux. So do you remember the command to create a new user in Linux? Anybody? Like if I want to create a user with the name John or Jack, so what was the command we were using? Anybody? We created the user Ansible, we created the user John, Jack, Kisan many times, right? So what was the command we were using? Don't you all write commands somewhere so you can quickly revise it every day? Not a single person remember? A simple command, right? Only 2 words. And last word is definitely the name. Like if I want to create the user John, so last word will be the John. So what is the first word to create a user? In the Linux lab 4 and lab 5, every time we used it. Also, we used in our Ansible setup time whenever we are adding a new user with the name Ansible. No? At least try. Anybody? At least try to answer something. Add a new user. What is the command? Yeah, that's all user add command. So you should be confirmed, right? Every time you should not keep the question mark at the end, right? You should know that user add is the command and it should keep in your mouth. Like if somebody is asking you in the interview, right? So if you will taking this much time, then how, because interview will be not repeating the question, right? If they're asking that I want to create a new user, do you know any command related to that in Linux? You have to simply say, yes, I know user add. That's all. And even it is not any different command. Interviewer is only saying you that I want to add a user. Okay, so simply the command will be user add. Okay, like this way you can always remember. Whenever somebody is saying you that I want to start a service, so always remember that service they are talking about. So I have to use the systemctl command. Systemctl start HTTPD, systemctl stop HTTPD. Even if you don't remember the service systemctl, so you can simply say I can use the service start HTTPD like that way also like it. So this all things you can remember. Now, similarly, if you don't know how to create a new user, so simply come here in the module side, go in the previous way, and here search for user. Go for U option. You will find that there is an option for adding user. You are coming here, user. See here, manage user account. So if you want to add user or do something in the Linux, they are saying I have some option available for user module. And in this module, if you want to add a user with the name John, yes, you can simply do it like this. So like if I'm saying that Ansible, what I want to do is, okay, I want to go to the demo node. I'm giving you the sudo power because only root user can create the user. Module name is user because you are going to create a user. Argument, I want to give something. That name of the user will be something, take an example, employee one. And I want that this should be present. So state is equal to present. I want that this user should be present in both my machine. Okay. I will simply press enter and you will see that employee one will be going to create. Okay. In node one also and node two also. I'll press enter. They are saying that we created this employee one. Okay. And I given this directory /home/employee one and the user ID I set to 1002 like this. They are saying. So if I'll come here in the node one and if I'll quickly go cat/etc/password file, even I don't remember how many of you remember this path. Okay, this is the path where we can see that how many users are present. At last, employee one is created. If somebody is getting confused about this path or anything, I will say you that take the reference of the lab files of the Linux, okay, where I clearly explain about this. Similarly, you can go to this node 2. Here also you can quickly verify cat/etc/password. Employee one is created. So for every work, now you have the module option. Okay, I don't know the command user add Ansible, user add John. I simply say that Ansible, I want to do something. Okay, what I want to do, I want to use a module called user. In this, I want to create a user with the name employee one and state is equal to present. If similarly, if I want to remove the user that I don't want to use this user, I will simply say state is equal to upset. They will go there and they will remove this user. I don't know which command is we are going to use to remove the user. Simply we have to say state is equal to upset. And I will come here and again I will run that file. You'll see that there is no employee one. See, after Apache, there is no employee one. So they deleted it. So like this way we can keep it. Everything will be the same thing. State is equal to present, state is equal to absent. So keep that thing. And we are taking the help from here. And they given us all the options. State can be absent, present, user, you can give the name. So all the options they are saying, but you can write it here. Other than this, new user to copy a file. So let me show you this module also. And copy a file. So take an example. Sometimes what happens, this is the master machine. Currently in the master machine, there is no file present. If I'll come here, let me clear this. Node 1 also there is no file. And in the node 2, there is also no file present. Okay. Now this master have a file. Okay, like take an example, this master have a file that is some important file. Okay. Something that info file this master have. And in this there is some information. Okay, something like this I written inside this file. I'll do Control T, this file is saved. Now this file is created info file. Now somebody is saying you, can you copy this file? Okay, I have to copy this file to the node 1 and node 2. That means from the node 1, okay, people will do ls, they should able to see the info file here. Okay, similarly from the node 2, they will do ls, they will see info file here. Okay, and whatever the content is present inside this info file, that should be also missed. What is our final goal? Final goal is to copy the file. Again, come to the browser, go back, search for copy option. So go to the C section. Okay. Everything is in the alphabetical order. So you have to go to the C section because we are going to search for copy. You see, this is the copy modules. Simply click on this. They are saying that if you want to use the copy module, okay, you can take the reference from here. So module name is copy. Okay, so let me write this command. You'll be writing the command like this, Ansible I want to go for demo node. I'm giving you the sudo power also. And my module name is copy that I find it from the internet. Okay. In this copy module, I'm giving you some argument. Okay. This argument, I don't know what I have to give it. So I'm taking the reference. They are saying that two things you have to write. One is the source thing, one is the destination. So if I'll quickly see what is src, what is dest. So source, they are saying that which file you have to copy. Okay. That file path you have to give it. Okay. So take an example, I want to copy the info file. So source will be info. Okay. And dest, where they written, yeah, destination. So they are saying at what path you want to copy the file, that you can give also at the destination. So take an example, I am saying that Ansible, I got the information that there is a src option. In the src option, I am writing that you have to use the info. Okay. Info file is present here. So that's why I'm giving you source log file is the info file. And destination, I want to keep it inside this directory. /home /Ansible. Okay, so please copy at this location, /home /Ansible directory. And I will close this. Now what will happen? Ansible will copy this file, info file, okay, and they will paste it, okay, in this location. I'll press enter. And see, they are saying we pasted it successfully. How you can verify? Simply come here to ls. See, info file is copied. Okay, why info file is copied here? Because I said that you have to copy in this location, /home /Ansible. I'll do cat info. You'll see content is also copied. Similarly, if I come here, and if I do ls, and if I do cat info, here also it is copied successfully. Now again, if I'll tell to the Ansible, can you copy this file again? I'll press enter. So Ansible will say that already this file is copied. Okay, and that's why I'm showing you it in the green color. So I don't have to copy it again. But again, if somebody do some changes in this file, like if I'm editing this info file and I am adding some extra line, then this time Ansible is so intelligent that they will know that some extra line is added inside this file. So what I have to do is, now somebody will hit this command again. So I have to paste the latest content this time. And this time it will not show in the green color. It will show in the yellow color because content is changed. See, they are showing in the yellow color. And if we'll come here again, and if I'll do cat info again, you'll see updated content this time. Extra line is also visible. Similarly, here also cat info. Extra line is also visible. So like this way, you can keep doing. So like this way, you can find it different module. You can practice it. Okay, there are so many modules. Whatever things you can think of. For every situation, there is a module there. Okay. Can use it. Similarly, there is module called setup module that I want to show you one more. Just give me 2 minutes. This is the setup module. If I'll click on this, so they are saying we have a module called setup module. What this setup module do? It gather the facts about the remote host. Okay. Sometimes what happens, I want to find some information. Okay, I want to find some information about this node 1. I want to find some information about node 2. What is the RAM? What is the IP address? What is the public IP? Which CPU they are using? How much RAM is free? Okay, which operating system they are using? So I want so much information about the node 1, node 2. So what you can do is, rather than visiting to the AWS website and searching it from here, like which instance we are running, what is the instance ID, which type of IP address is assigned, okay, what type of the CPU they are using, how much RAM is free. I don't want to see it from here, AWS side. I'll simply say that Ansible to the master node, Ansible, you have to go to the demo node and take the sudo power if you want, okay, -b. Module name is setup. I have a module called setup. How I able to find it? So this is the setup module. I got it. I'm not giving you any option or something. Just try to find whatever you can find it from the node 1 and 2. I'll press enter. They are going in the node 1 and node 2, and they found so many information. If you see everything, this many information, and if you try to rate this information from one by one, from starting, you'll see so much things. So at this point, we run this command ansible demo node -b-m setup. They went inside this machine and they say the first thing I found the IP address. This is the correct IP address, exact 31.35.149. They are saying I found the IPv6 address also. That is also true. Now if you come down, they are saying I also found that which operating system you are using currently. Okay, like you are using something BIOS version of this Amazon. You are using x86 64-bit architecture. Okay, in your current machine in the node 1, basically the current date is this one. Okay, current time is this one. That also they are saying year is 2023. Now they are saying default IPv address is this one. You are using this broadcast IP. This is your MAC address of person. That also they are providing. Okay, this is the net mask, everything from where they are taking the information. So if I'll quickly show you here, this is the 31.35.149. Okay, if you will run the ifconfig command, this machine, you'll get the exact same information, and that they are printing here directly. See 172.31.35.149. Alias is ETH0. See ETH0 broadcast .47.255. See .47.255. Then gateway 32.1. And if you'll come here, gateway where it is written. Okay, gateway is not written here. Let's come to this MAC address. MAC address is 023A. See this 023A, they are taking it from here. All the information by running the command you can gather. Okay, so you don't have to run these commands to gather this information. Simply hit the setup module. They are gathering every information. If I'll come down, if I'll see, they are saying this is the volume attached currently. If I'll keep coming down, so see, they are saying AP southward. Currently, we are in the Mumbai region. That's why they are saying. If we'll again come down. Yeah, see, about the RAM. So we have the 1 GB RAM. So in 1 GB RAM, they are saying currently you are using 115 RAM, 658 MB of RAM is total free. Okay, so like this way, we are getting the RAM information also. If you talk about the volume size, so if you remember, it has the 8 GB volume something. So see, total size is also coming around 8 GB if you calculate it in the GB format. Now, if you'll come down again, so there are so many information here. For you, it will be not that much enough information that you will be able to see, okay, why I require this many information, right? See here, we are clearly seeing that size is 8 GB, sector size is 512. So these all information are there, but for a networking guy, okay, who are working in the networking, for them, these all information are so important, right? So rather than going to each machine and writing all the commands to check what are the configuration of this machine, they can always type this command and see what demo node I want to use called module setup. That's all. And they will find all the information in few seconds. Okay, so that is the benefit here. So let's keep up to here for today. Okay, I showed you how to copy the file, how to use the setup module. Tomorrow I will show you how to filter the result also. Let me show you this part quickly now. It's just a single command because we already discussed the setup. So up to this module is there, okay? But this setup module is providing us so many information, right? And if I don't want to use that much information, okay, and I just want to find a result related to IPv4 address. So I'll simply say, you can do the argument and use a filter. Okay? And filter is something like this. You have to only find wherever IPv4 written. I don't want all the information, how much hard disk they are using, how much RAM is free. I don't want to find. I just want to find the IPv4 address. So basically, you are filtering the result. Press enter. They will not print that much detail this time. They are only printing the IPv4 address. That's all. This much. So like this way, you can filter the result. How we got to know that we have to use filter? So we come here, we come down. See, this is the filter option. They are saying if you want to filter something, you can do like this. And they given us some option also. If you will come down here, you can find it. That how they are using the filter option. So try it up to here. Okay. And after this, I will show you one more method to run the Ansible thing, that is playbook, that will be learned tomorrow. Okay. Any question, anything in today class you have to ask? No?
Sorry, I just missed one thing. That hyphen B, I think I missed it when you were explaining. Why did we use hyphen B?
Okay. Okay, thanks all of you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Nikhil, are you speaking something? I'm not able to hear you actually. You type in chat. I don't know. Hyphen B is for sudo. Okay. I said, we are using the sudo powers. Rather than writing the sudo yum install every time, you can write yum install. Okay. I'm not able to hear your sound. That's right. If you have any question, you can type in chat. Okay. Thanks all of you. Bye.